Smash the options button to begin. Here in WRC10, gonna be trying out a new kind of video, a little slow fast video. So taking the replay of my best time and comparing it against somebody else's time on the replay, and doing this little slower, faster format. Not to say that this time is slow, these were both top times on the leaderboard. In fact, the two quickest times on the leaderboard. So this should give us a nice analysis, a nice back-to-back of a slower time and a faster time. Both really good times. Just you can have a nice little back-to-back about what lines are being used, what techniques are being used, and kind of see what's slower and what's faster. So, with that said, let's jump into it. Taking this first turn here, just a victim of the understeer, or just trying to bash the wall. I don't know, I feel like usually when you try to bash the wall, you end up losing a little bit of seconds there because your momentum kind of stops. So, as you can see here, when we'll take this turn, we want to get slowed down for it so we can hit this late apex and have a nice long throttle onto that straight there in the back. Likewise there, just touching the wall with the back end of our car, but it's just kind of straightening ourselves out. So going to this next part here, I touched about it in the last video, but just thinking about where that front pivot point is going to be located as you're going into these tight turns. And again, he did a good job there taking a late apex of this little straight. But you can see here, just a little bit wide going into there, and especially wide going there, right? As I touched on the hairpins earlier, you don't want to brake late into a hairpin because you're just taking yourself, in the opposite direction. So, let's look at this a little bit faster, a little bit sooner on the throttle, coming off the handbrake and completing that rotation. A little bit less dead time between that, rotation finishing and getting back on the throttle. So just quicker back on the throttle, neater there on that hairpin, wasting less space and therefore wasting less time. Here in this hairpin, just seems to be a little bit slower, trying to get some traction coming out of there. I hear a lot of wheel spin going on. And likewise there, just a little bit wide. Could have been a little bit closer to the apex there, and that allows us to drift wider on the exit. As you can see here, just a little bit tighter to that apex, which lets us drift a little bit wider, carry more speed. Coming into the hay bale, the donut, just a little bit sloppy, losing momentum again, kind of taking yourself in the wrong direction into this little tight corridor, perhaps overslowing just a little bit. Coming in through here in the other example, just a little bit cleaner. I did smack the inside of that wall, unfortunately, but a little bit of a tighter donut, a little bit more quickly out of there. And over here, just on the throttle sooner, which gets us out of that little alleyway, just that, split second faster. So coming into here, I did get a little bit more rotation, and it seemed like I'm just on the throttle a little bit earlier. In here, it is a little bit hard to see with the trees. Going onto the straight, it seems like you got a pretty good exit. And into another donut, again, just a little bit more sloppier, taking a little bit more time in the donut itself. So, you can't get past the donut until you do the donut. So the quicker you do the donut, the quicker you can get past the donut. Here, again, just tough to see with that tree what's going on. But getting a good late apex out of there, staying flat on the power. And again, just a little bit neater in the donut lets us get out and get past the donut that much sooner. And this track is going to repeat itself. So I'll kind of just play this last little section here. You see, just a little bit slower, not really using as much radius as he could into that little hairpin. Which, when you don't use, all the radius you can, that means you have to go slower, right? So if you can take a little bit wider radius, you can carry more speed, which means you don't have to slow down as much. You can just kind of just tell this was a little bit quicker, a little bit sooner on the throttle. And now kind of a little bit more of an extended version as we kind of loop back on ourselves. Here taking that a little bit cleaner this time, nice late apex going on. Likewise here, just got himself slowed down more neatly. But here, just slowed down too much, coming to like a dead stop. So overslowing, taking a good late apex on that prior turn there. And here really cleaning that one up pretty well, but going into there still super deep and still, wasting time going in the wrong direction and wasting time, going at the wrong angle. He doesn't get turned around till the very end. So, carrying a little bit more speed out of that turn there. And a nice late apex, getting ourselves all the miles per hour down these straights. Again, trying to hit that late apex. And then here you'll notice we're just on the throttle sooner. We don't come to a dead stop. We get a nice angle, nice rotation out of these handbrake. And then here I do go a little bit wide there, unfortunately. But coming up into here, I am able to tidy that up. And a lot of time saved through that hairpin too. And through this little hairpin, just a little bit quicker out of it. A little bit sooner on the throttle. Less dilly-dallying and just more getting on the power and getting out of there. Here, much nicer. We're using all the available space he had to him. But then just smacking that wall. And let's see, the donut got cleaned up a little bit. That was much better. Going into this little narrow alleyway, it's hard not to bash yourself. Seems to be a pretty good run. Again, a pretty nice late apex going into this little alleyway. And it seems to be good back on the power. Here, hard to tell what's going on. It also seems like a pretty decent exit onto this straight. So heading back into the donut, the last donut we'll have. Just a little bit sloppier, just a little bit, but that little bit will, cost you the precious tenths, hundredths that, these cost on the leaderboard. So wrapping it up here, right, just a little bit tighter here. Actually sloppy on the exit, but managed to not smack ourselves on the outside wall just by the skin of our teeth. And just a little bit tighter on that donut, getting out of the donut just a little bit sooner. And kind of seemingly faster out of that little alleyway. I think just on the throttle sooner. And here getting a little bit more rotation. Maybe could have been on the throttle sooner myself there. Hard to tell, but really making the use of all the width we have on the exit. Likewise here. And into that final donut. Getting out of there, right? Treating the exit of that donut kind of like an increasing radius turn and really getting ourselves powered out of there smoothly. And across the line we go. So, let me know what you guys thought about that format. Trying a few things out. I'll leave you guys here with the real-time replay of when I set this lap. So as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.
Square right, narrows, 60. Hairpin right opens into left 4 tightens, into acute hairpin right. Acute hairpin left, don't cut, into chicane, right and right 3. And right 4 into caution, jump into square left and donut. Short into square right, into square left, widens 30, square right narrows, kinks 70. Danger, square left, keep in, narrows 30, caution, brake, left 2, short into hairpin right, off camber, narrows, and hairpin left 50. Donut 60. Square right, 60, keep left, caution, brake. Chicane right, into acute hairpin left, 80, keep left. Caution, square right, 50. Left 5, brake for square left, over bump, narrows, 60. Acute hairpin left. And square right, narrows, 60. Right 1, into left 4 tightens, into acute hairpin right. Right, hairpin left, don't cut, into chicane right. And right 3. And right 4 into caution, jump into square left. And donut. And left 2 short into square right over square left, widens 30. Square right narrows and kinks 70. Danger, square left, keep in, narrows 30, brake. For left 2 short, into hairpin right, off camber, narrows. And left 2 medium, 50. Donut, 60. Square right, 60, caution, keep left. Chicane right and finish.